We're going to try graphics later. All right.
Heard that.
Let's get this webinar up, as they call it.
Let's get her going here. Take two.
Take two.
And action.
So there we go.
All right.
There you are. Timmy Privet's watching. I haven't seen Timmy Privet in forever.
Let's see.
All right. Let me share it down. We're getting our audience back. We're doing an old school style show right now. We're keeping it old school. We're not as high budget as my OMFFL show. Sorry.
Yeah, not quite.
Let's get this going. Share everywhere. We got 6.
All right.
I'm gonna hold on, almost there. All right, get this back. Everybody says it's good, looking better. I'm gonna share my channel. Let me share it on yours. Let me share it on XFFL Productions. No, let's not do that. Share it on other pages. No, let's not. Let's not be stupid. All right, ready, set, aim. Here we go. We're back to where we started at. Sorry for those who were watching earlier. I have zero clue what all that was about. Don't know why. Everything was garbage earlier. So no real intro. This is what it is. Welcome to tonight's episode of The Extra Yard. I'm your host, Joey Blaze, with Keith Giles.
Hello, everybody.
He's the host, and he's with me tonight.
Well, with me not being there last week, you got to see the games live and all of them, where I was able to catch certain parts of the games while I was out doing my thing. So
let's do an old school Joey Blaze recap from the start. Ready, set, fire, go. Anyways, anyhow, anywho, let's get going. First game of the day, number 1 X-Dogs and number 6 West Virginia Benham. Final score of that one, 21-14. What a dog fight, if you were to say, in a viper pit.
I like it.
That game. Yeah, man, what can I say? I'm on a bit of my creative side tonight. Got a little hooked up earlier, feeling a lot good, feeling lit, feeling light, feeling lit summer night. You know how I feel.
I heard that.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling. 21-14. X-Dogs, they were light on terms of overall numbers, but they had some of their big names there. Absent was Jason Brady was the most notable. He'll be ready though. He's going to come back full force, especially when Ocean City hits very soon. Looking forward to seeing how the X-Dogs fare there. We're going to have more information coming sometime. I would say Friday is when Andy Hoffman claims the schedule will be out for Ocean City. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Look for a Friday night show if the schedule drops then. If not, a potential Saturday night show. I'm going to talk about the matches as we get ready for Ocean City. If not, it'll probably be a Sunday night show. So we'll see how that goes. But going back to that game, X-Dogs and Venom, this was a good game. Venom came out fighting. They came out fierce. I really liked what Venom brought to the table the other night, or the other day, rather. They played their asses off 100%. Lucas is really starting to come into his own as a quarterback. He's showing a lot of flash. He's showing a lot of confidence. He can go out there and ball, man. He was the missing piece that team needed. I always talk about the difference in teams. To me, at the end of the day, it does boil down to the man who is behind that center position. I could tell you with many years, being around many teams, having that kind of guy who can lead, who can move, who can make plays, he really could be a difference maker. You look at what Matt Eisenberg has done with the X-Dogs for 20 years now. That game was classic Matt Eisenberg. Challenged against a young upstart. You remember a couple years ago when your Killer Bees and Winter Chiller that we won, plus 65 margin, You all played the X Dogs in a very similar game. You all were actually up 12-0 on the X Dogs in the winter chiller before Matt Eisenberg rallied back. He once again showed that veteran poise and why he wins. A lot of young upstarts who go against Matt, they will come out, they'll play well, but usually at the end of the day, Matt and company will pull it out in these kind of games due to experience. And what you saw on Saturday was experience versus inexperience at the end of the day. Venom came out fighting like that inexperienced youngster, ready to go, ready to fight, that bull, ready to charge. They came out, they were ready to go. Um, but the X Dogs, they played tough, they played resiliently, they got the win. Shout out to them. Um, Win number 250, I do believe. What
Yes.
it was, the milestone that was to some people in flag, they'll say that's not a lot, but consider with the X Dogs, they only played for the longest time, they only played about one league a year. That was usually Washington County in the fall, with the exception of the few times that there was a spring league in Pennsylvania. Um, which was for only a little bit of the time. Even then, they weren't playing in the fall when there was no spring league, when there was no fall league at the time. So they haven't played as many games as a lot of teams. They don't hit the circuit as like teams do. They don't travel to every tournament like an AFN or a Rampage, for instance. You'll find them though at Ocean City every year. You'll find them in Hagerstown, and it was a tournament every year. They'll go to the local stuff. They've won both of those tournaments at the B level. They are a franchise that has an standard of excellence to it. Um, they may not have the circuit pedigree that a lot of the teams in the DMV do, but when you take a look at the body of work they've put in and the system they've done over the years, how they've done it, and the way they've done it, you got to give a lot of props to the X Dogs, the franchise. They have shown for a while why they are the standard bearer of 9-man in the fourth state and, of course, in Pennsylvania.
I completely agree with everything you just said there, Mr. Blaze. I personally believe 250 wins is a lot. That's a standard nonetheless. But yeah, but with the game, I loved Venom. They came out, like you said, they came out hot. I was able to watch some of the game, and I definitely was able to watch the last 5 minutes of the game, and that was exciting to watch. Venom gave it their all, but like you said, with X Dogs, they just have that it's time to win mentality when it's the time to win. They know crunch time, uh, and they pulled it out. That was a lot closer game than I would have given it credit for.
Yeah, that was a good game and a really good game. Man, that was a great game, dude. Um, Shout out to both teams. That was a good way to start the day.
Yes.
A lot Keystone is notorious for how many blowouts a week you usually would see.
Yeah, from time to
Remember how
time.
bad it was last fall? I'm
Yes.
pretty sure we had like at least every game was a blowout.
Yes. Yeah, there were a lot of them. Not this year. Not this year
A
so far,
much
but
a much more competitive Keystone flag football league, and I am liking the way this league is looking going forward. It really bodes well for the growth of 9-man and the growth of flag football, and on top of that, the growth of this league. Really excited to see how it all goes. Take a look at the next game. Spartans 43, Outlaws nothing.
speaking of blowouts,
Yeah, this was
uh,
bad. Where do I begin with this one? Can I maybe, I want to try something new here and different. This might be a pain. We'll see how we do with this. I'm gonna try it, see if it can work. Here we go. Have some faith in me. I'm improvising this whole episode, by the way. I had no actual script written for this.
yeah,
Work
and then
work
the
work life is different. It's great. Love it. Um Here we go. I got footage of Spartans Outlaws. Let's turn me down so no one has to hear me. Let's see if it's a choppy video or not. Let's
We
get
are
going.
live from the tri-state
Let's fast forward it a little bit.
porn.
Can I get it?
style OG with the black on top and a different color
Right
on the
off the
bottom.
gate. Here we go.
Puller going to throw it.
Boom.
That's a catch.
Right over the shoulder.
Turning about.
Beautiful.
Fast and furious. That's a touchdown, Spartans.
What a way to break
and
away.
The Spartan gang
that
goes
was
up
beautifully
6-0 on the Outlaws.
Yeah, that was that was the start of the game. Let's keep going a little bit. Try to make this. They don't have a good timeline. I'm being hella experimental right now. Forgive me.
As we now designate them.
I had a edited video earlier, but it crashed and that ruined my
Stone Flag Football League.
All right, here we go.
Won 2 games
this
that
is like
year.
The next game.
However,
here we go.
Summer Sizzler 2019.
Outlaws ready to go.
Gators, a 27-6 upset win. They merged
Shut up,
with
Joey.
The
No one
Browns.
wants to hear what you think. All right, Patch, drop it back. You going to throw? That's a pick. Cross the middle. First play of the offensive scrimmage for the Outlaws.
Yeah, that's a tough way to start a game. Tough to bounce back from that.
See, that's the thing. When you start like this, you think about it. That Keenan touchdown pass was about the second or third play of the game. So already you've come out there and in less than a drive, the usual minimum amount of plays for a drive, you've already given up a point. And then you get on the field on offense. As you see, the Spartans are lining up right now. They're already behind the 8 ball. The Outlaws are. Pat drops back. He throws a pick across the middle. He's already 1 for 1 to the defense with a pick. Here comes Keenan, not Wheeler. Just want to let you know that.
Thank you again.
That's not Josh Wheeler. Everybody, just so you know, that's Keenan Puller. There's a difference. Though they both did play on the West Virginia Ducks with me. Fun fact. Here we go. Puller, he's in the gun. He already sees it. He's dropping back. He's going for that deep bomb. He knows it's there. It's wide open. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. Keenan type touchdown.
Over the shoulder again, back to the end zone.
Yeah.
That is on point. Both of those touchdown passes were on point where they needed to be. So kudos. That was beautifully executed. And seeing that after what just happened with, like you said, the 3 plays and then the 1 play on offense for the Outlaws and it's an interception. And then the next play to give up that is all pretty much demoralizing.
Yeah. So already we're about less than 10 plays into this game. And the Outlaws have already thrown a pick that has led to a Spartans touchdown, as well as giving up a touchdown early on in this game. Already you see where things are going wrong. I want to thank Deuce Dutch for the inspiration, by the way. Thank you. I'm admitting on air, Deuce. I'm stealing your idea. Don't call me out later. I'll see you next month in New York. Shout out Deuce Dutch, Dino, Chop Shop. Kind of improvising, though. I always wanted to do this, though. I'd never had the technology till like recently. Facebook Live was never this great for anything like that. Here we go.
This is pretty awesome.
Yeah. It actually looks pretty good, so my internet's holding up pretty well from the looks of it, too. Here we go. Pat's coming up to the line. He's in the gun. He's going to drop back. He looks, fires it deep, and intercepted once again.
And his receiver stopped. There's nothing worse than when you even in that situation, you could be upset and pissed off, whatever. But if you're the receiver and that happens right in front of you, you got to make an effort to get back and at least stop it. You got to stop the bleeding, show a little bit of enthusiasm. You just stopping there. That's not a look that you want to have.
Anything. And you already seen the difference in 2 teams here right off the gate here. 2 teams coming out, same game. 2 radically different performances you're getting out of this one at the moment. You're looking at a Spartans team who's come out hot and heavy, fast and furious. Keenan's dropping dimes. He's killing it out there. He's become the player that I always said he had that potential to be years ago when he was on Ducks. We're seeing it grow right now as I'm calling this play. I don't know what play this is. I'm just guessing it might be the touchdown play. Probably isn't. Look at this run. Dude.
That's that it looks a lot like someone on my Killer Bees, Mr. Nick.
But Nick, oh yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna have that later.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a dangerous man to get in front of.
One of the
As you can see,
briefest.
as you could see, nobody got in front of him.
No, and we'll get to that play a little bit later. I want to look at this. Here we go. Spartans, they're moving the ball. This is a mismatch all the way through. Look at the trenches. Like the size difference. They gotta stop. Okay. All right. Come on, Kyler. Come on, Kyler. You were TBT at one point. What happened? What happened, Kyler? Nah, shout out to Kyler. He beat the Browns last year. And he did it again this game. Here
Yeah,
we go. Keenan Puller, KP. He's got all the time in the world. Money. That's a
beautifully,
touchdown.
beautifully.
That's a
thrown.
touchdown.
And you could see just. And what's the score at this point? I can't tell because our faces.
We are at 20-0 in the first quarter. We are not done with the quarter yet, and already the Outlaws are down by 3 touchdowns. This is not a good look.
No, you understand. You're
Come
going
on,
to be
Rome.
down.
You can't be wearing misfit pants and be down like that. Take a look, number 22 there. We call him Great Value AJ. Lining up. He's going for the rush here on KP. See what he can do. Puller in the gun. Rush coming in. Okay, he went nowhere. End zone. That's the Mac. Mac attack. This is an ass
Oh
kick.
man.
Bro. This is bad. This
Like,
was just
in defense of the Outlaws, these are dimes being thrown. They are having some issues with the coverage also, but I mean these throws are just beautiful.
Oh, they are. But you just look at this game and just
It's lopsided. You have two completely different level caliber teams. You have one that's up and coming, and you have one that is, it's top tier. I mean, they're undefeated in the league so far. So, they're a top tier kind of team.
here we go. It's 29-0 at this point. My bad. I keep wanting to show the pick six, but I think I keep going over it because this is what happens when your editing software crashes right before you're set to finish your video. That's a good look. Let's keep rewinding. Come on. Get off that face. There we go. Here we go. Outlaws ready. Comeback's coming. This is toward the end of the second. No points were given up during this time. Pat's going to drop back and, Cato. Cato. That's a touchdown. Yeah.
That's a doozy.
Yeah.
Outlaws, you're still growing. We're sorry if this is a little harsh. But that was not a good game. And energy is a big part of the game. And, just by me watching those couple highlights of the Spartans, didn't see a lot of energy. So, I hope whenever we see you this week, I hope we get to see some energy from you.
They need what's those things where you go to the hospital and they like revive you? Those electroshock things after you have a heart attack or something.
Oh,
that's what they need at this point. I really was thinking this team was going to make some strides. I really was thinking they were going to make some strides. Like, I thought this was going to be their best team yet. They were going to turn a corner. They were going to, at the very least, compete for 5th place in the league, which 5th place this year is better than 4th place last year, technically speaking.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, Villains were the 3rd place team in the league. when you take a look at that last season. But when you look at it with this Outlaws team right now, man, I don't know where they can go at this point.
This could still be turn into their best season that Browns and old time Spartans have put together. There is still plenty of season left. They can still make those strides that you and I both, especially in the debut episode, I was talking up the Outlaws. I thought, we would see those strides a little quicker, but there's still plenty of season left. A lot of things that they need to work on. Tom and Grant are two good guys. They know the game. So Outlaws, I'm taking a rain check here. I hope you guys start making some strides in the right direction.
I hope so too, man. I hope so too. I like their jerseys. I like the people running it.
Yes,
there's some good guys there. This is just not the start you would be hoping for. Tri-State, don't get me wrong. Let's talk about this for a second. I like this Spartans team. This game, they showed out. They balled out.
They did what they had to do.
They looked ready for circuit ball. They really did out there. And you go back to the games they had last week against the Villains, where they had no issue with Tuz and company. What they did to your killer bees out there on the field. Spartans have looked like for a minute that team who can go out there and play on the circuit, but they have to prove that.
Yes.
But that being said, so far so good. Although Spartans, we gotta watch some more film. We gotta watch the tale of 2 games, 3 games. It was like 4 games. Felt like 5 games. It took forever. It ran for a while.
Oh man!
Mac attack. That's a touchdown. Spartans right off the gate. They go up 7-0 on prime time. That was how the game started out. Let's fast forward a little bit. Another hot start for Tri-State, bro. Right off the gate, they're coming out electric. They're coming out looking good. Here we go. Believe this was it. Yes, it was. No.
Nope.
This was the conversion, I do believe. Yep, that's the conversion. KP stepping up. He's going to run it. He's going to get in. That's a touchdown. Keenan Keenan looked ridiculous out there, dude. Like, just the way he was running. That's a hell of a play, straight up.
Hit the corner and took off. And like I said in the last highlights, there ain't nobody that's going to stop him by getting in front of him. So he's fast, big body. And
he's looking at the notepad, making sure he knows what the score is. There he goes. He got it down. This is the failed conversion. It's 13-0 right off the gate. Here comes Champ Moore. You ever heard of Champ Moore?
I can't say that I have.
Semi-pro legend, played over in York. I believe the team was called I thought I heard it was York something. I can't remember anymore. Let me know if anyone knows in the comments. This might be the 4th down play. Let me see what Joey's saying on commentary.
Punt coming.
Nope.
Going for it.
Yep, here we go.
4 going for it on 4. Turn it up. More going.
Let's run.
Still going. I'm getting flashbacks to a touchdown Gusto had back against Misfits a couple years ago. Wow. What a 4th down touchdown.
Yeah, bro.
That was well done. That was sick.
That blew my mind watching that. He had a similar run a couple years ago in the Winter Chiller playing for Gusto Land against the Misfits, as I mentioned on commentary. Keenan, Keenan was balling up to this point. He was really moving it. He was throwing it around right there. he just knows where to place the ball at, dude. Like, he's hitting his receivers. They're making good catches. Spartans are moving the ball. Primetime defense is struggling up to this point. They're looking a little spotty. We talked about that primetime defense last week. You remember, Keith, and how we mentioned that primetime's defense struggled against the Reckless Villains and against Venom. They were absolutely gashed against both.
Yeah, they couldn't stop. They could not stop anyone running. They couldn't stop. They couldn't pull flags. A lot of problems.
Trying to make sure I have this right. There we go. Sorry about that, fellas. Keenan's going to throw right there, picked off, left side, Howard Holton. He's going to take it back down. Dame looks disappointed. Disappointed Dame, hashtag. Run back, touchdown, double H, Howard Holton. Primetime's feeling it. They get that fire. They get that intensity. You know, it's one of the things I like about this primetime team is that they show a lot of fire and a lot of spark. I really, really like how this team plays. They're going up in here. It's about 13-13. They don't get the extra point. We're going to fast forward a little more.
This was a hell of a game to watch. I was able to watch some of this game and back and forth. It was a good fight until.
Yeah, it was insane, bro. This was a ridiculous game to watch and be a part of. Forgive me, y'all. We're going to have edited clips next week to make this way easier. Bob's going to drop back again, stepping up, going to throw deep bomb.
Going deep.
Look who it is. Look who it is. It's Double H. It's Howard Holton. He's got a touchdown prime time. Keith throws a flag because there's an F-bomb.
Can't be doing that.
Hey, man, they were hyped, dude. Like, primetime, they do got that circuit type of intensity to them, bro. Like, that's the thing. I'm complimenting primetime at the moment because, like, it's the portion of the game where they're just destroying the Spartans. This game is getting so lopsided. It's insane that what happened in this game, just watching these two teams go back and forth. Bob stepping up again. Look at this. Just
hits that outside.
Bro. Keep going.
Yeah, well done.
Who we got? Let's get this going down. Throws it up here, incomplete. Up, Primetime has scored. Let me try to pull that up. So here we go. Primetime's lining up. Obviously, you all know the score already because I spoiled it by fast forwarding too far. Thanks for the random penalty, Keith. Here's me talking to Brian. He says he don't know what they want him to do. Let's see it.
On the field today. I noticed Brady on the field today.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about that suspended outlaw, Brady Benner. You know, badass Brady. Throws it up. That's the conversion. I suck at this. God dang it, man. Next week I'm going to have edited clips.
Hey, this is I am impressed that you're able to show this.
Here we go.
Video.
Bob running up. Watch this. Last second. Ball.
Look at that. Little shuffle.
Oh, let's get real. Let's get real.
That phrase did not age well.
AJ upset.
AJ mad.
On that.
Here we go. We in the end zone. Hold on, fellas. Don't jump in. Yeah, we're still recapping this stuff. I'll post another link. Maybe I got a broken link in there from the last stream.
Again, one tight.
Here we go. Keenan in the gun, one tight. Stepping up.
And Buller going nowhere on that play.
Prime time, just good penetration on that play. They got down to the red zone. Just fast forward a little bit.
Snap, Polar.
Tipped.
Out of the line. Intercepted.
Wow, what an interception.
Tom says it's a catch, and that'll do it.
Turn this up a little bit.
Prime time is hyped. What a turnaround. Let's go!
Get him over. I take the flag. Oh, that should be
One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So, conventional wisdom here, Keith, is this game's over, right? There's about 4 minutes left. There's 4 minutes left. Prime time at this point has gone on a 25-0 run. Everyone on the Spartans just looks deflated. The game just looks dead.
Two-possession game.
What's that?
Two-possession game, right?
Two-possession game.
And 4 minutes left.
To go. 4 minutes left is what I was told by Keith. I was in the 40s. Bob steps up. He throws it up.
Throws it deep. Interception. And that is why they play the game. Ooh. And that's the start of it. That's the start of that is the point of the epic turnaround primetime faced for the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah. This is where everything changes, and we get to the third game in this game, essentially. Because you got 3 different games going on here. Spartans here. They're across midfield. All ready to start the drive.
Somebody else. Y'all turned up and we not on y'all level.
Dame just literally said, we're not playing on y'all's level. He's right. Prime time was just insane.
They were on the
Bob
hell
comes
of a
out to protest.
It did not get hit or you was not watching. I called time out. I'm not out from that because I'm a captain. I said no. Let's go.
Y'all be the judge.
But it's not been the same game.
Facts, Joey. Facts. See if this is the play.
Snap, Polar.
I believe it is.
Got it, money.
Got it.
Touchdown. Spartans. 25.
And now it gets real interesting.
25-19.
So here's the thing. At this point, we're under 2 minutes in the game. For those of you familiar with 9-man, by rule, under 2 minutes, you are allowed the option of an onside kick. Let me mute this moron on the mic real quick. There we go. Hold on, I almost got him. Perfect. Under 2 minutes, you can go for that option of the onside kick. That is a rule that has been in 9-man for a very long time because 9-man is based off of 11-man football and its original principles. So in that, they kept kickoffs. They kept the onside kick. You have that chance at the end. That has been a rule for years. Now with KFFL, the kickoffs were banned back in 2019. Here we go. KP on the 2-point conversion. This is to make it 25-21. Pull within 2. Look at this.
Throws it up to the corner, and it is money. Money.
He killed it.
In the only place where only his guy could get it.
So prime time at this point, this is about 4 to 5 plays after the pick. Prime time has given up a touchdown. It's 25-21 now. They threw a pick while having a lead with 4 minutes to go, a 12-point lead, mind you. The pick was thrown at about the 40. So already prime time has put themselves behind the 8 ball a little bit here. So at this point, they're discussing the whole onside kick thing.
Oh, man.
because the onside kick had not been used in KFFL yet for the season.
Not
now,
this season.
Yeah, and now if y'all remember last.
So it's going to be an onside kick.
Yeah, they're explaining the kickoff rule, which was the old rule, but as I said, kickoff.
And there's the explanation. I don't need to do it for you all as usual. So
not my rule, not Eric's rule.
Onside kick is coming. Rule. Tim Miller, their normal kicker, is not here. Refreshing to see Don go for the kick.
So at this point, they were told it'd be a 4 for 20 play, which was voted on in Washington County.
Are they trying to do the 4 for 20 rule? Is that what they're doing?
Here we are.
There's two options. There's 4 for 20 to the 40, which is a new rule introduced last season.
One play.
Yeah, one play.
And then,
if you stop it short of the first down, it's your ball.
But it should be our ball now, so how the hell do they just get the ball
Because we're under 2 minutes, it's the onside kick.
That's some weird-ass 9-man
That's a 9-man rule, though.
Y'all got to get rid of that. That's nutty. How you score and just get the ball without nothing?
Onside kick is what it is.
It ain't no onside kick.
But this is a league rule. That's something they've been doing in 9-man. I'll just tell you what it is, Bob. Bob, talk to the powers that be on that one, man. That's just something they voted on.
Make it you take it in basketball. You score, you get the ball.
If they're under 2, they get the opportunity. That's how it's always been in 9-man. That's how it's always been in 9-man.
I seen it be kicked off and get to the 20, but just to get the ball back.
That was a league rule implemented last season. You get the option of both.
Oh man, yeah, I understand. You want to ask questions. When you don't like something, you want to ask questions. You want to figure out what exactly is happening. But this situation went on way too long, and this is what cost Primetime the game. They were just way too worried about what they felt this rule should be, and they let it bite them in the ass. If they don't focus on this, what they called a bad call, they have all the focus on the game still. Now, none of them on the field are focused about the game at hand. They're focused about, we just got screwed over.
That's what it felt like. And, the irony, Darren Guzman, he's shown right here. He was actually there when we used that rule in the Turkey Bowl back on Thanksgiving. He converted an 80-yard touchdown pass to Sean Parker to help put the FYT squad that Tyler Spencer captained into the championship game.
Remember that game, that first game, Darren, where you all converted it. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, same rule.
Turn off the audio, make it easier. Here we go. Keenan drops back. Primetime claims there was a false start. Complete. Dude, he was eating all game. And then it keeps going.
And
look at
and
look
I
at
mean
that, man. Look at Keenan
and he gets
running,
back
bro.
into it.
Dude,
I mean,
Spartans were ready.
They took off in the middle of the game, but whenever they got the onside kick, they knew they had the game. They knew it was crunch time. They knew they needed to just go down the field one more time, and that's exactly what they did. And they made their mark. That Steph Arm, he just bulldozed him, taking lessons from Pat.
Baller, bro. Baller. Keep going.
I mean, then this final drive, I believe, because I was watching this, they're still arguing on the field.
By the way, they are arguing the whole time, and that left side's getting eaten the whole time. Just eat, bro.
Same space, same spot.
Brah!
He's picking on people. Look at this.
Spartans, why are you picking on little boys like that? Y'all gotta stop.
Oh man. Shakira called. She wants those hips back. My God.
Stop that line. Please stop at that line. No, you gotta kill that line, Keith. You described Boone as having Shakira hips. That was
I have. I did.
Here we go. Josh Wheeler in the gun. Keenan Polar. Look at this. Oh. Bam.
Money.
Touchdown! Spartans! 27-25! We back.
Yeah,
2-point game, Tri-State.
so already Spartans take the game back. They got the lead. That whole left side was just torn up, bro. That whole left side had nothing in that final 4 minutes. So 2-point conversion is no good. They failed to convert. Primetime has the ball back. Now, at this point of the game, it was about 1:04 to go. And Primetime still got a chance. I'm not counting this team out by any stretch of the imagination because they have the flash to score quickly. And Bob, like I said, Bob is a beast at quarterback. I know his name is Champ, but everybody calls him Bob up there in York. I'm going to assume it's both. Here we go. Prime time's coming up. Let me give it a second here. Got a demonstration coming. Might be a second. It's hard to actually like adjust this with how long the video is. This was a pretty long game. This was actually about 1 hour and 42. Which for perspective, the longest stream I had was 2 hours and 8 minutes. So this was actually one of the longer games I've done in recent years. This felt like an old school kind of game. Here we go. 1:04 to go. Watch what happens here. Listen.
More. Sack by Reynolds.
So at this point, we're down by about 5-6 seconds. So we got 59 seconds left. He sacked
him.
By the way, that's a sack. And 9-man, a sack means clock runs, right?
Clock is running. Prime time with no sense of urgency here. It was running. It was a sack. There was no timeout called. Right outside line.
By the way, 40 seconds went by the time between the sack and the ball being snapped. By then, we're down to 19 seconds.
More. Sagari down the field. First down, Big Dan.
So at this point, we're down to 9, 8, 7.
I'm going to walk.
5.
We'll zoom if we have
3, 2, 1.
Gotta hurry. Tom calls time. That'll do it. Spartans rally back. They defeat Prime Time 27-25. You got sacked and lost time, Bob. AJ sack cost you time. You all lost 30 to 40 seconds there. It ran after that too, dude. I'm just telling y'all, that's what it is.
Clock runs on a sack. Took 40 seconds between the sack and the next play. So the sack you killed about 5-6 seconds. So you're already down to 58, 59.
How many timeouts did they have?
I think I'm not sure, but they had no sense of urgency. Everyone just walked back to the huddle. They just seemed like they did not understand the game they were playing on Saturday between the onside kick and between what you saw there with no urgency, straight up sacked. That's it. Clock runs.
I mean, a sack always runs or keeps the clock running. So, yeah, that's just a normal football rule, I believe. But it was a lot of not knowing the rule book and a lot of unnecessary arguing that took a really good game from Prime Time and just not only gave them a loss, but gave them a terrible look. But a hell of a comeback by the Spartans, even with all of that. You know, the Spartans had to go out there and execute. and they went out there and executed and did what they had to do to pull out the win.
Spartans did great. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking away anything from Tri-State. They looked questionable in this game, but that primetime squad they got, that's a really good B team. It's just they don't seem like they have all the numbers, and they don't seem like they have any actual leadership. That's the thing sticking out to me about primetime right now. I saw no instances of leadership at any point in time during that game on Saturday. None. And to me, that's the difference between a team that succeeds and a team that fails. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of guys I like on that primetime squad, man. Howard Holton's a beast. Darren Guzman's my guy. Champ Moore. Champ is so good, dude. Like, he is a ridiculous athlete at quarterback. He could ball, but this game was not a good showing on primetime whatsoever. No one talks about Dan Zangari and just how much of a beast he is. He even agreed with me when I said you only need to stop whining at one point. He said, I agree. That was a problem. Too much complaining. You're letting everything get to you. It's a psychological thing. People forget football is a psychological sport. And when you don't get your mind right in the game and you start fixating on things that you can't control, then you ain't going to win. Simple as that, bro. Simple as that. That was just a demonstration I wanted to make on that. I'm not going to do the same for the Bees game against Primetime. There's nothing there I want to highlight from that game. Those two Spartan games really stood out to me throughout the day. If you guys want to go back and watch the games we shot on Saturday, it's on the Joey Blaze Facebook page and Try Hard Sports page. Be sure to pull that up. There was a lot of good stuff. We're hoping to get it worked out. Let's recap that final game of the day. Bees 14, Primetime nothing. And I got to tell you, Keith, I know your guys won, but just something's got to get right with that team. I get it. Y'all can tell me there's no Tay, there's no Larry, therefore, but someone's got to take charge. Like, Tyler, you my guy, but you can't just get kicked out of the game for cussing twice in a row.
Yeah, like, those are silly things.
And when Tyler's on the sideline upset, someone's got to calm him down, say something to him, and make sure things are good. I'll give props to the Bees. They protected Shane when Howard went to strike him. That whole situation was very unfortunate. It was sad to see that go down, because Howard Holton, I'll go back to what I said. This is going to finish up the primetime stuff. Howard is an absolute ball. You saw what he did in that game before everything in that fourth quarter. He was balling out.
He was there to play.
But then the fourth quarter, that left side got beat a good bit. And I feel like I said, primetime was in their head going into that Bees game. And, I give props to the Bees. They went with Houston as a starter this week. I've been campaigning for that for a while. Houston, the way he moves, he reminds me of that Kyler Murray type of build and movement. He can really come into play this season for when you guys don't have anybody. And if you happen to play with, I got to say, I don't know if Houston's gone to Ocean City. I don't know what your all's quarterback situation is for Ocean City, but if I was coaching that team, that man would be starting quarterback in Ocean City. Houston's got to get there because he could be a problem for any defense he plays. Like I said, he's unorthodox. He moves really well. I get some CJ Tarver vibes sometime watching him play. Not putting him on that level, but saying he can reminds me of that type of player where he can move around. He's shifty. He can throw. He makes smart decisions. He's got a good touch on that deep ball. You got to give him reps, though. You got to give him time. I don't know what the plan is for Saturday up in B Nation, but if I were Eric Carty and I was going to book this team the next 2 weekends, and if he's available, I don't know what his plans are. We build around Houston. Keith, I can't hear you. You got no audio.
Oh, my apologies. Yeah, so I am limited in what I can and can't say for obvious reasons. However, Houston, he's a weapon in any position he's in. He already causes problems with defenses, and he won't cause any. He already does cause problems. So, he steps in whenever we need him, wherever we need him, and he always plays his heart out. I got a lot of respect for him. He's a good guy. So, happy to have him on my team for sure. And if he's a quarterback, you just better watch out.
Yeah, dude, I 100% agree. That dude can absolutely go. He can absolutely ball. Really looking forward to seeing how he grows over the course of this year. We're in his second season coming up. Technically, it's his second year overall. He came up here, moved from Texas, and came to 9-man. They don't play that down there. They're all about that non-contact stuff down there in Texas, bro. But he's made a big impact early on in 9-man. We got some guests looking to chime in. Mr. Richard Rezio is wanting to join the broadcast. Former TBT member on the Winter Chiller Championship squad in 2019. Shout out Rezio. One of the best signings I made for a tournament team ever. He's shown what he can do on the field every season. That dude balls out. He's a beast. He comes out and plays every Saturday. Well, I was going to say Sundays, but from what I'm hearing, a lot of you guys be working Saturdays only for a bit. What do you think, Richard?
What's up, Joey? What's up, Keith? How y'all doing?
What's up? Doing great. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. Man, what a weekend.
A lot of drama, a lot of excitement.
A lot
of everything.
Yeah. Joey was watching that primetime video, and tell y'all the truth, the Spartans needed that game. Dame and AJ both said the same thing, basically. Dame said we weren't playing on that energy that primetime was. And AJ said, we weren't really down on ourselves. We were just waiting on a big play. And that's what happened. Sean Taylor got that pick. That's my boy. And then after that, we just rolled. They caught us off guard. I think we felt like, hey, we're tearing shit up. We can relax a little bit. And they punched us in the mouth. But nobody gave up. Everybody, fought to the end. And y'all saw the outcome. They celebrated too early. Joey called it a little too early. And that's what happened.
Hey, I'll admit it. That was on me, man. I really thought they had y'all there for a second. It did not look good for Sparta, man.
Yeah, I mean, what they scored 25 points on us. We scored a quick 13 and they scored 25. And it just things weren't going our way. But like I said, we just needed a big play. We needed the momentum changed. And with them not knowing that onside kick rule where we can go from the 20 to the 40, that really hurt them. We caught them really off guard. The D-line jumped. I know they think that it was a false start, but they jumped. And AJ hiked the ball like he should have and he was supposed to do. And we got a free play out of it. So we took advantage of it with them not knowing what was going on. They were real flustered.
Dude, someone's got to step up and be a leader on that sideline. Somebody step up, take charge, something, man. They lost way too much composure during that game. Like, I'm not going to sit there and hate on primetime, but like the fact is in the film. You saw what we were showing earlier in that Spartans primetime footage. It was a tale of 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
You had Spartans just dominating early on. We saw how that touchdown looked so easy to Mac in that first quarter. And then after that, primetime went on a 25-0 run. How do you lose a game when having a 25-0 run?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Like, I've never heard of a team score 25 unanswered and lose. That may have happened to my Rams actually this year against the Bills. Now that I think about it, we had a game like that. We were down by 25 and lost by 4. But how often does that happen, man? It blows me just thinking about it. I don't understand. But good win for the Spartans to get before Ocean City.
Yep.
We don't have to really talk much on the Outlaws game. You did work against great value AJ out there on the line. Dude, he was shouted out "Let's go" at one point. Like, dude, I give a props, man. They got a good one there. Outlaws are trying.
Yeah, the Outlaws, they fought. I mean, they fought to the end. They didn't give up. The D line continuously came out to play. They didn't have much success, but I'm not saying, I'm not bragging about that or anything. I'm just saying, they rushed three the whole time, which I think may have hurt them. KP was exposing the DBs like he was in the primetime game after the fact. But yeah, I think they just need to change up their defense a little bit, and they need to move the ball better on offense. I can't really remember a lot of big plays that they had on offense.
I think that really goes for all season.
Yeah.
To this point, they have not.
They're sitting at a -75 for the season,
and that's only 2 games, 3 games in for them. 2 games.
Yeah, and to put in perspective, at the same time last season, the Browns were sitting at a margin of -25.
Well, the Outlaws were missing a couple people.
They were, but you got to think, man, like
it's still really minus a couple people. It still shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, like that's not positive growth. And you could argue maybe missing Brady Benner was a huge loss for that defense. But at the end of the day, you play with who you got. And, it's the old motto, like Andy Hoffman used to say, all you got, all you need. But Rezio, we're going to take a look at it. You guys are off this weekend from KFFL, and you got the news earlier. I was going to ask you your thoughts on Broad Axe and the Unremarkables, but
yeah, it sucks we're not going to get to play this weekend unless they can find a field. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, especially since it's Wednesday right now. So I don't know. We were looking forward to it. We really wanted to play Broad Axe. I don't know Unremarkable. I don't know anything about them. I haven't seen.
You should watch our interview. You should watch our interview with Z-Man last week on the Warriors.
Okay.
Yeah, then you'll get an idea of how unremarkable they really are.
Well, I mean, any given week, the underdog can win.
Hey, I'm not sleeping on Z-Man. That man has won numerous championships in 8-man.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, looking forward.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Broad Axe, they've added a lot of people. But I'm telling you what, man, the Spartans are on a mission. And I'm not even trying to sound corny or nothing like that, but Don has done a lot for us. And we want to get them 2 chips. And we want to show them, what we're made of in Ocean City, too. We're all looking forward to that. I think that's going to be fun.
I'm really looking forward to that as well. Next weekend, OC will be heading down to the beach. Andy was supposed to announce games tomorrow. That was the plan he had the other day. Of course, I do believe he's still finalizing some details. We know that 3 A teams have made movements. The Bad Boys dropped down to B, for instance. That was an Aftermath Renegades merger.
Okay.
We know the Maryland Bullets have dropped out as well. Was looking forward to seeing Kevin Clancy, Chris Tivis and company back out there. But We'll have to wait a little bit longer to see the Bullets back at 9-man. And of course, I'm not sure who the third team is. Hoping to hear something soon. If anybody knows in the comments, let me know. Looking forward to it either way. We're going to try to do some shows next week. Looking forward to that. We'll be covering Ocean City. Keith, I know we'll have you on for a couple nights next week on our Ocean City coverage, as you'll be at your first circuit tournament. Richard, I know it'll be your first circuit tournament. Gentlemen, let me ask you both, how do you feel about going into your first circuit tournaments? Keith, Giles, let me know how you feel first.
I'm excited, and for obvious reasons, to be able to not only play in my first circuit tournament, but also get to record my first circuit tournament. It's going to be a busy weekend, but it's going to be fun. My lovely lady will be coming with me also, so I won't have to be by myself, but it's going to be interesting to see the different levels of talent that exist around the area and beyond, and see some new faces, because a lot of the names that you mentioned from the Ocean City and other places I have not seen firsthand. So to have the ability to see some of these people and teams firsthand is exciting, and I'm ready to do my best.
I'm really excited for you, man. You get the chance to see, play, and film in Ocean City next week.
It's a huge trifecta, and I'm hoping to make some room for the casino also, but shh.
I don't know if there's a casino down there.
Oh, there has to be one somewhere.
I don't believe there's a casino in Ocean.
Joey, you're breaking my heart right now.
We're not. You're thinking of Atlantic City.
There has to be one in Ocean City. Heard that.
You're thinking of Atlantic City. That's Jamie's tournament, not Andy's. More on that in a couple of weeks.
Down the road.
Going down to the next one. Richard, what are your thoughts? Your first circuit tournament. How do you feel?
Well, I traveled with Villains up to York.
That's why you were in York. That tournament.
Yeah, I went with Misfits a couple weekends ago on their tournament.
Preseason kickoff.
Yeah. Tournaments are a different atmosphere. It's so much like, I don't know, cooler, chill, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's wild. It's great. And I can't wait to have my boys down there with me in Ocean City. I think it's going to be fun. I'm planning on traveling with Misfits to Atlantic City, since you brought that up. So yeah, I definitely want to get on the circuit more. That's I don't know if you guys know this, but I am a part of Misfits. So we're gonna be I'll be traveling with them.
I'm pretty sure the entire 4-state is all Misfits.
I mean, I'm not gonna say you're wrong there. Reagan, he's doing his thing. He's building a dynasty, as he calls it.
Y'all got Devontae Form as like the 147th string quarterback.
Yeah. So no, Ocean City. I hope it's gonna be amazing. I think it will be. I know everybody on the Spartans is excited to get out there and play, and they're really looking forward to that tournament, as am I.
I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys out there, man. I've been saying for a while, Don needs to put that show on the road, man. And not just Ocean City. You all, I would love to see you all go to something like Charm City later in the year in August. That'll be over at Kenwood in Baltimore. Bit of a shorter drive, but I guarantee you're going to see even bigger competition down there, because a lot of teams are traveling all over to get the best bump they can. The circuit is on fire right now. I'm glad to hear you're playing at AC. I'd like to see you guys at Capital Classic as well when that comes around in November. I think this is the year Tri-State starts traveling. I've been saying it for a while. I'd like to see you all in Ollie's Mills on Sundays with Ross Collins and I.
Yeah. Don wants us to be traveling.
For what it's worth, you guys do join. You can get double and triple headers if you're down there.
Okay. Yeah. I know Don wants us to travel more. We just got to make sure we have the guys to travel. I know he's been trying to recruit people for just traveling. So that hopefully that's going to be in the future. Owen Mills has been a discussion with the Spartans. Will it happen next year or next season? I don't know. When will it happen? I'm not sure, but
I love to see it, dude. I really would, because I feel like that would be, if you guys are going to grow this team and be more than just Tri-State, be the Spartans, not the St. Louis Spartans, not the Rhode Island Spartans, not the Baltimore Spartans, not Tom Matthews Spartans. I'm talking about the real deal Spartans.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's definitely not out the window. We've been talking about it. We've been discussing it. So I do see it happening in the future, just like us traveling more.
I love to see it, man. I love to see more of these teams start traveling. I'm really hyped at the turnout at Ocean City. Like I said, we'll have more next week. We got 4 shows planned for you. Joey Blaze will be on the road. I'll be doing 2 nights in Culpeper next week and 2 nights in Harrisonburg, Virginia, that is. So anybody around there want to host an episode, here's your opportunity. Other than that, we're going to have some lit Ocean City coverage. Tune in for that. Richard, is there any team you want to play on that B circuit, on that Ocean City list? If you were to play any team, who would you want?
To be honest, I don't know all the teams on there. But I did hear that Primetime is they're on that list, but they just have a different name.
Might be. I got to look into it. They might be in with the 717 elite guys.
I think that's what it is, 717. So, we need to clear that up, that it's not that close to the game. We just weren't on our full game. Like I said, I think we just felt a little too comfortable, and that bit us. But we handled the adversity. So I'd like to see them, and I believe the Bees are going. They're always fun competition. So I think it's just going to be all out fun competition. No specific team.
I think it's going to feel like an old school DMV tournament, and I think that's what we all need here in the DMV. Come together, old school tournament. We're going to have fun in our city next week. Anything else you want to add tonight, Rezio?
No, I'm gonna hop off here and get some sleep. I'm going to pick up my family from the airport in the morning, so I got to get up early. But I appreciate you having me on, and hopefully I'll see you before Ocean City. Hopefully maybe this weekend. If it happens.
I'll be there Saturday, bro.
I won't be there Saturday. I won't be there Saturday.
I won't be there Sunday. I'll be in Ollie's Mills.
Okay. Yep. All right. Well, I'll definitely see you in Ocean City then.
See you then.
Y'all have a good
one.
You too, sir. Richard Rezio joining us. Glad to have him.
Excited for Ocean City.
Can you blame him, dude?
Not at all.
Awesome.
It's going to be lit and legit, as you would say, sir.
Thank you for the shout out. I appreciate that, Keith Giles.
Looks like we have somebody else trying to.
We do
connect in here.
It's not. I accepted him earlier, so give it a second. We'll talk about other stuff until maybe he pops up. So that's what we got right now. We just finished that up. While we're stalling here for a second, let's take a look at this.
Next week's games here.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Keenan Poor wants to enter the room. All right, we had a Spartan. Well, I just let them both. Man, we technically got 3 Spartans on right now.
Oh, man.
Lucas plays on their Sunday team, if there is a Sunday team, and a travel team. All right, let me start with – I don't know who to start with, man. Lucas, I know you play on the Spartans on Sunday. What are your thoughts on watching their Keystone team so far?
Well, it's a lot, but we gonna get it together. You know what I'm saying? We just have to finish games. Really. That's all. We're just a young team, unexperienced. We just need to get it together.
Yeah, you guys can figure it out, but I was asking about your Sunday team.
Oh, my Sunday team.
Yeah.
Oh, my Sunday team won't lose.
Oh, when they gonna lose?
I don't know.
Let me see when
Not
that
my
game
Sunday
is.
team.
I think we're not on the same page, Lucas.
Sunday is Spartans, right?
Yeah, that's just Sunday.
Yeah, we're not gonna lose.
Okay. I had it confused. There we go. You're not going to lose.
Don't worry, I misheard that too there, Joey.
You can't lose if y'all don't play games on Sunday, though.
Yeah, true.
Sunday's money day. Lucas, will you be heading to Ocean City with the Spartans?
Yes, I will.
How do you feel about making an appearance on the circuit?
Well, like I had a couple experience with the circuits. I played on York with the Villains. I played in the VA 8-man tournament with the Villains.
The Virginia 8-man. That was awesome back in December.
Yeah, so I have a couple experience. I played a couple like 7-on-7 like tournaments on Pittsburgh, so I'll be okay.
Looking forward to seeing it. I want to talk about Venom real quick, and then we'll talk to Keenan as well. Let's go with Venom real quick. You guys already 0-2, but you look at the point differential. You're sitting at a -8 for the season through 2 games, which means you lose by an average of 4 points per game. You're in it to win it. 1 touchdown and you win. What do you think is keeping you guys from breaking on through to the other side?
To be honest, I think we be tired the second half. Our lineman plays like both ways. They don't hit, like we don't have no depth on linemen, and they get tired in the second half, and then that's really what hurts us, I think.
Yeah, I can see that. And I think a lot of it also is inexperience. You look at the fact this team, a lot of guys on here are learning to win in KFFL for the first time. You know, a lot of guys from Green Machine last year. Rounds.
There's only like about, I want to say 2 or 1 on the Green Machine that actually starts on that offense.
Well, there is, but at the same time, you know, that's where the core came from, was from the Green Machine, the added Browns players who came in.
Yeah, the defense, the defense is the core, is the Green Machine. They have all the Green Machine players. They locking stuff up. I have to help them out with my offense.
And the offense has been electric so far. You guys have scored 2 touchdowns in every game so far, which is really above league average. This week, however, you guys got a bit of a challenge presented for you. What? I'm just saying, man.
I don't know.
You guys will have a huge challenge when you take on the Killer Bees.
Yeah, they have a squad. They definitely have a squad for sure. All we have to do is trap the outsides, because they have a lot of players that like to get to the outside and use that to advantage. And I think if we can stop that, we'd be okay.
You think you're going to be able to keep that D line out from sacking you in the backfield there, buddy? You know, we got some monsters on that D line. Myself.
Yeah, they're very strong, very fast, but I just want to see if they're very coordinated. You know.
I think don't sleep on my boys. You know, we ain't sleeping on you, that's for sure. I know me personally, I was telling you earlier, I'm a big fan. You know, you're a baller out there. You're fun to watch.
No, I'm awful. I gotta play better.
Well,
Point blank, period. I gotta play better.
You are the reason Venom has been in all these games. Yeah, you know, you are able to make plays when you need to make plays. And that damn 2-point conversion. I got to go back to the previous week. All right. I
don't want to go back.
I got to go back to that.
Should I pull the footage?
Oh my!
Please don't.
Oh man!
I was for an analysis where I break it down again.
Now, well, I've been trying to get this man on the show since the debut episode. So, you know, I've got to ask this question. That 2-point conversion, what was the play call on that, and what was the idea for that formation? Because you had everybody tight except for wide receiver on both sides. Personally, I thought that was a terrible formation.
The run. I thought Yeah, to be honest, at the time, now I know because you know what I'm saying, more experience. You know what I'm saying,
Kaden,
more
you got to
games.
give this guy advice on quarterback play in that situation.
But no,
I
to be
didn't even
honest,
see the play. I don't know what happened. I don't
I
even know
should
what they
have just
talking about.
quarterback sneaked it. The middle was so wide open, it was ridiculous. I just, like you say,
Except the rusher that was in your
experience.
face as soon as you got the ball to you.
Well, that's the first time when he tackled me.
Yeah. I remember the actual attempt when you got sacked. They did come. I mean, they did come up the middle a bit, but you got hit hard on both outsides. Your offensive line wasn't able to hold, and whoever else you had out there blocking for you, they were no match. And yeah, I mean, the pocket crumbled as soon as you got the ball, and even as fast and as quick as you are, there was nothing you were able to do with that. So no, I would have liked to have seen you spread the field out just a little bit more than that. But I mean, overall, that was a hell of a game, man. And then what you did with the X Dogs last week, even me not being there, I was watching that game, and that was a hell of a game to watch. You guys showed as much fight as you could. Just that short again.
Yeah, we just need to make a couple more plays. That's all.
But you're going to get a new experience this week. All right. For the first time in KFFL, you're going to get stomped.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Hey, but let's
talking big shit right now.
See now, like I wasn't even going to talk shit on here, but now I have never got blown out in my life, and I don't see it happening now.
I think that both of us need to go ahead and just knock on some wood right now because we've both done jinxed us.
Man, y'all ain't. This ain't the week Tay comes out, is it? I'm just asking.
Zip.
Yeah.
We be ready.
I don't think you all even beat them by as much as the reckless villains will.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love you, Venom guys. I appreciate everything you all are doing right now.
Yes.
Carrying the torch. I appreciate it.
You have been downing me the whole time since week one. Like,
why? Oh, come on.
Why? What did I do to you?
You did nothing to me, bro.
You just don't have faith in me.
I just think the villains are going to wreck you, bro.
Damn.
Okay, listen.
I
see it.
I don't think you know what you're getting into, buddy. I don't think you know what's about to happen.
I played in the villains last year, Joey.
I know you did. But it's like the same villains team you played on last year.
I played with them in circuit and all. I just played with them in VA, literally. Like Sunday.
Ain't the same team.
Oh, man, Joey. That defensive line is awful. I'm sorry, TJ, but that defensive line with Nick.
Hold on.
Is
How
awful.
can you talk about Chris Tivis like that? Chris Tivis is the best two-way lineman in the state of Maryland and state of Virginia at the same time.
It is. I'm sorry.
You don't know who Tivis is?
No.
You never heard of Chris Tivis?
He probably never heard of me either. We good.
That's probably accurate. He probably hasn't. I don't know, man. I just think you all, if the first 2 weeks were elation, I think this week will be deflation because I feel like something is going down for Venom. And I hate to say that for y'all, but
that's okay. Because you know why? Week one, we was hated. We was supposed to, you know what I'm saying, get blowed out. Week two, we was hated early game. You know what I'm saying? Week three, early game is fine. We're going to just prove y'all wrong at the end of the day.
All right. We'll see, man. We'll see.
I love it.
We'll see. Hey, much respect to what you guys have done. You've blown my mind away from what I was expecting at the start of the season. So, it's all in love.
I want to see a West Virginia Venom versus Baltimore Venom game. I feel like Robbie Sparks versus Lucas Hall would be a nice little duel there at quarterback. We got to make that happen.
I like it.
All right, Lucas. Thank you for joining the show, man.
You're
We'll see
welcome.
you on the field Saturday. Doubleheader for Venom. They got the villains. They got the bees. Let's see how they do.
See you Saturday, Lucas.
I see. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate for y'all having me.
No problem,
Yes,
sir.
Yep.
Tivis says he's getting owned come Saturday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Someone going to learn on Saturday, says Tivis. Keenan, what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on this Venom team? Y'all don't play them for a little bit, but you might have had a chance to see them. What are your thoughts of them so far?
I mean, they're a scrappy bunch, you know what I'm saying? I think they're underdogs. They got a lot to prove. Lucas, he a baller, you know what I'm saying? He gonna do what he do. You know what I'm saying? I think at the end of the day, they're gonna be in the middle of the pack trying to fight for a spot. You know what I'm saying? But you can't count anybody out, though, man. Like I said, I mean, Lucas, they got good, decent, talent players. You know what I'm saying? They'll be fine. They'll get it done.
I think so too. Like, he does have that potential, that big play potential. I feel like he is going, if he keeps it up, I think he could be a very good quarterback option for almost any team as well. And it's good to be able to play multiple positions. You know, in flag football, it is that sport where you almost need to cross train. You know, you yourself, Keenan, I've seen you go out and play quarterback and tight end before, back on when you were on Top Gun way back in the day.
I played corner too. I played corner, safety. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, you've been all over the place. You know how this game's played.
Yeah, bro. Facts.
You know, we go back, man. It's crazy to think my first day of live streaming, May 21st, 2017. I bring it up on commentary all the time. One of the games that really made me want to keep doing this was Too Much Talent versus the West Virginia Ducks.
Yeah, that was a classic.
Me, that was your coming out party, bro.
That was a classic.
That was one of the best games ever. Keith, if you ever get a chance to watch that game, I warn you, it's shot in portrait mode, but it's a hell of a game. Keenan going against what is essentially the core group of Adrenaline
ADR.
Rush. They were ADR, yeah.
Damon, all the boys.
They came up there that first season in Washington County, and they had a duel with the Ducks that was just insane to watch. TJ Williams was quarterback for the TMT squad in the second half of that game.
Yeah, TJ was balling, bro, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys remember Jazz, bro, but yeah.
Jazz Harrison, bro.
Jazz took over that game, bro. Jazz took over.
So. Dude, Thad was balling out as well in that game.
Oh, yeah, Thad always balls. I mean, Thad's one of the most underrated receivers in the league, bro, to be honest. I mean, Thad comes in day and day out, just puts everything he got into it and just produces, man.
And, you know, Keenan, you know, we look back at your career so far up to this point. The Ducks, you came out and played with us out there in 2017. We folded at the end of that season. From there, you were on program for a hot second. Then you were on, I want to say, Top Gun after that.
Yeah, I was on Top Gun for I think 2 seasons. But like I said, I wasn't playing quarterback. I think I might have quarterback 1 or 2 games, but that was Ricky's team. You know, Ricky had the throne on that. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to fit in. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find a team to just play with, bro, to be honest.
What was the hardest part about that purgatory where you were unable to find a team to stick with during that time?
I think just finding your spot, man, to be honest, bro. Because like I said, you know, I mean, flag it's about families, you know what I'm saying? A lot of guys got a lot of deep ties, you know what I'm saying, in this league. You know what I'm saying? So coming from Martinsburg, you know what I'm saying? So Hagerstown, you know what I'm saying, born league. So you really got to try to find your spot, you know what I'm saying? Try to find a family that you fit in, you know, and just be accepted, bro. Just find your spot and just ball out with a team, you know what I'm saying? Just build some chemistry with some guys, you know what I'm saying? Then hopefully, you know what I'm saying, the longevity will just keep increasing. And then, you know what I'm saying, you're good to go. But that was one of the biggest challenges for me, is just trying to find a good team, you know what I'm saying, where I really fit in with a good group of guys, you know what I'm saying? They were kind of committed to the playing flag. So that was my biggest challenge.
Yeah. And, you know, you've really come into your own on this Tri-State Spartan squad.
It's been a minute, man. It's a long time coming, bro.
Yeah, dude. You've earned your stripes. You've earned your spot. You know, I said back in the day when you were on Ducks, you could be that guy. Personally, I thought you were the best quarterback we had during that 3-season stretch. when we were
Appreciate it.
around. To this day, it still hurts to think that we ended up folding when we did, just as we were on the cusp of doing what this Spartans team is doing right now.
The team had a lot of talent too, man. That was a fun group of guys, bro.
Facts, all facts. So your thoughts and impressions? We looked at that Outlaws game, and we saw just two very opposite teams in what you guys were doing and what the Outlaws were doing. Your first two plays were touchdowns. Pat's first two plays were picks.
Yeah.
What was your impression watching that Outlaws team and what their struggles were?
I mean, coming into the game, we already knew, like, you know what I'm saying, we was obviously the favorites, but, you know, so we still wanted to come in and execute, you know. So really, I mean, guys just trusted me, man. I feel like we could attack down the field. You know what I'm saying? That's what we did. They played a lot of cover 3. They were bailing a lot. You know, guys were out of position. We just attacked the seams, man, just try to expose that. You know what I mean? They got a good bunch of guys, but I don't really think the talent's really there. I'm not gonna say they suck, but I mean they're a pretty bad team. They got a lot of ways to go. So I wish them the best, but yeah, they wasn't ready for us that day, bro. I'm sorry.
It was the appetizer before the main course before you played prime time. We took a look at that run you had in that first quarter earlier. Dude, you have gotten faster over
I appreciate it, man. Been working, bro. So I can say, bro, putting in the work, man.
Yeah, we could definitely see the changes, man. It's crazy. You're just as muscular as you've always been, but you have moved a lot faster at quarterback position the last couple years. You're balling out there right now. You guys had that hot start in the first quarter. What exactly went wrong after that? Because we had to pick 6 to Howard Holton on that left side, which early on, Howard was winning that match against you. He was picking you off. But then after the 25-point run they had, you turned it around in those final 4 minutes. What was going through your mind down 25-13 at the 40, 4 minutes to go?
I think the main thing was just, you know what I'm saying, keeping our composure. You know what I'm saying? I mean, flag, I mean, it could be very frustrating. You know, I mean, guys really get, you know what I'm saying, heated. It's an intense game, you know what I'm saying? So for us, at least for the offense, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to make sure I keep guys grounded, keep the composure, you know what I'm saying, stick with the game plan. And eventually, you know what I'm saying, something's going to pop. We're going to hit a big play. Somebody's going to break loose. You know, so we're going to put up points. But we had a dead spot, you know what I'm saying, I think, third quarter, second quarter, where we didn't score for almost 3-4 drives. But, I mean, I think I had a couple tip passes, you know what I'm saying, a couple bad calls, you know what I'm saying, flags came back, you know what I'm saying, shit happens, you know what I'm saying. So we kind of hit a rough spot. Pressure was getting to me, you know what I'm saying. Them guys, I mean, on that D-line, I don't know if y'all watched the game, you know what I'm saying, but that's probably one of the best D-lines I ever played against, like dead ass, like in Washington County, KFFL. I mean, that defensive line is some straight ninjas, bro. Like they
got some athletes up there.
Yeah, they really get after it, bro. They rushing 4 at your head. They really get after it, bro. I can't even lie. But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, we just stuck to it, you know what I'm saying, stuck with our guns, you know what I'm saying, kept our composure. And, you know what I'm saying, eventually, you know what I'm saying, like I said, shit was going to pop off. And that's when the young boy Christian, you know what I'm saying, he told me in the huddle, he was like, bro, he's like, just throw me the ball. He was like, dude can't check me. You know what I'm saying? We was going his way a lot early, you know what I'm saying? But I like to get everybody involved, so I don't want to lock in on one person, you know what I'm saying? But he was winning that matchup majority of the game. But I think fourth quarter is when we had to really exploit that shit.
And when that touchdown he had over Howard was just insane in that left side corner of the end.
Yeah, I heard supposedly bro had told him, said, Google me, man. Supposedly some shit was being said before the play. He had told Christian, you know what I'm saying, Google me. You must not know who I am. And yeah, next thing you know, we on his head. Christian on his head.
He young man, right? I've heard he's about 20, maybe 21.
Yeah, but he plays like a grown ass man, bro. Can't even lie. Play like a grown-ass man. I mean, he takes the ball in the air. He runs crispy-ass routes, nice, strong hands. I mean, he's elusive. You know what I'm saying? Fast and open field, bro. I mean, he could pretty much do it all. I can't even lie.
That's the thing about it. You look at the caliber of athletes who have entered this game at a very young age the last couple of years. You know, we had O'Shane Thorpe last year. Christian Yeah, he was 18. He had just literally turned 18 a week before the season started.
What's the
And
kid for Pure Chaos? What's the little
Houston
Markel?
came out there. Markel
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah.
Markel can ball,
Houston, yeah,
both of
Houston's
them.
tough.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They all can ball, bro. They all athletes.
Yeah. You also, there was a kid in St. Louis who had a pick on Chris Price. There's that picture online that went through the 9-man page of that kid, 16 years old, supposedly,
Sheesh. That's crazy.
getting a pick, making a juke on Lurie, and doing this in a B bracket semifinal game for the national championship.
At
Even
16?
at 16,
Damn, that's
supposedly.
crazy.
I've heard 17, maybe 18. I'm hearing it was 16.
It just shows you that the game is growing, man. I think flag is becoming real popular, bro. I mean, it's growing.
And it's crazy seeing the growth of the game, man. And to see the kids coming out here and starting to get involved at a younger age.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy to think the caliber of athletes who are starting to come to this sport. I mean, you took a look over at one of the linemen out in Baltimore, Jared Cohen, former North Carolina Tar Heel, one of the best guards out there on the circuit. You'll be
Damn, for real? Tar Heel?
Tar Heel, man, UNC. A lot of guys come through. Kevin Clancy, Warriors quarterback.
Yeah.
Shepherd University.
Yeah, he's tough. Yeah. I like his game.
Semifinals. I was at Shepherd when he did that.
Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah, like a lot of great athletes around this area that don't get talked about enough, especially when you take a look at the people who've entered this game the last couple of years. It's insane to see where.
Yeah, it's a lot of talent, bro. Even just Washington County KFL, man, that's a lot of talent out there, bro.
And a lot of that talent is coming from your hometown and that
Berg, man, 304,
area.
the Berg, man. We here, baby. About time you'll show us some love, man.
Dude,
about time, bro.
Berg needed love years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, but you know about the high school, though. I mean, the high school runs that shit, man. High school, Martinsburg High School, man. I don't know if y'all know, but do your research, bro. It's like, what, 7 out of the last 9 state championships, man. So,
yeah. The potential's there. I've been saying for a while, and, I don't mean to go on a soapbox or a campaign here, but we need a 9 and 5-man tournament to happen in Martinsburg.
Let's do it, bro.
Or even Charlestown, anywhere in that West Virginia, Eastern Panhandle area. It's time we bring flag football in tournament form to that state.
I agree, bro. I agree with you 100%.
It's there, bro. You've seen it. Like, how many kids are now coming out of Martinsburg, hearing about this sport and jumping right in it, fresh out of high school?
Yeah, I think this is the most we ever had, at least, you know what I'm saying, from my understanding from, like, the Martinsburg area. I mean, I know last year we had about 20 guys come out just from my area alone. And then not to mention, you add Charlestown, you got Hedgesville, you got Inwood area. I mean, you got a lot of players, come out from various parts of, the area. So, yeah, it's definitely growing. It's definitely something that should be, cemented in the area for sure.
West Virginia, man, it's something where a couple months ago, I was asked by Deuce Dutch to give him a state. He asked me about Maryland. I said, Maryland, it's hard to say. A lot of great talent in Maryland. But I can tell you a state that's very underrated, West Virginia. There's a lot of talent right now starting to play on the circuit from that state.
Thanks. It's just untapped because, because it's kind of under the radar, But you look at guys like Christian, like dudes like that come out freak athletes, guys that could just jump out the gym, just straight ballers, bro. Like, and that's really talent that's in this area, man. Like, for sure, a lot of talent.
Absolute facts, man. Absolute facts. In a couple of weeks, Keenan, you'll be making your circuit debut at quarterback in Ocean City. Have you had a chance to see much film on some of the teams you may be facing?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos. I mean, I'm not really impressed. I mean, to be honest, it looks just like, county ball, except you got a lot of different sides, a lot of guys, coming in with a good sized lineman, a couple different athletes, that might stand out here and there. But I mean, I didn't really see much difference, We're not us coming in, I know it's our first time, but we're looking to come in and dominate, straight up. Like, we're looking to come in and turn some heads, just straight ball, because like we don't care who we play. We're not worried about who did what last year. At the end of the day, it's our 9 versus your 9. If you're gonna make the play or not, You know what I'm saying? That's really what it comes down to. And I feel like the group of guys that we're taking, you know what I'm saying, we can compete with anybody up there. And that's just the confidence that we coming in with, straight up.
My advice coming into this, treat it like that Friday Night Lights high school football game. That same kind of intensity, the same kind of emotions. That's the
guys.
best way to describe
It's definitely going to be intense, bro. I mean, guys are excited. We talk about it every day, man. We can't wait to get out there and show what we got. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing the Berg come to the beach.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun, man. It's definitely going to be a show.
And we're looking forward to it. Keenan Pooler, thank you for joining us tonight. Glad to have you on.
All right, man. Appreciate it, Mario.
Have a good one.
KP joining the show. Appreciate you, Keenan. All right, Keith. We've been going for a while now. We're about to hit the 2-hour mark soon, actually. We don't got many guests even like they're going to pop on. So let's get through the rest of this. Power rankings, number 7. Can we say it? Outlaws. Yeah, no need to explain that one. Number 6, we're going to stick with Venom.
I'm going Venom as well, yes.
Yeah, they're good. They're just not good enough. Number 5, I'm going to put Prime Time back down there. They definitely have the potential to be a winner come June. But for now, they are sitting in a position where they are looking up a little bit more than anything else.
Prime Time has all the talent that in the world. They can win. They know how to win, but they got to get their attitudes in check, and they got to get leadership.
Need a leader.
I think they might need 2 or 3, but they're only a couple pieces away.
Yeah. Number 4, I'm gonna go with the Killer Bees.
You're not gonna give a little explanation there, Joey?
I'm not that impressed by the Primetime win. Primetime had about 13 guys by that point. After the guys were mad about the last game, they tried to quit when it was 7-0 at the end of the third quarter. The Bees team has talent. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating. It reminds me a lot of the team you all had 2 springs ago when Eric brought some talent in from Washington County, but it took till later in the year for it to fully come together. We're not seeing the big picture for the Bees yet, but we're not seeing the big picture for the Reckless Villains at number 3. There's a lot of people who, in the midst of this X-Dogs and Spartans talk, they're forgetting TJ Williams and company. If you're sleeping on Tuz, you're making a mistake. You guys don't understand what this man is capable of doing. He's smart. He's calculative. He's going to figure it out.
All right, so I will go ahead. I would have my Bees at 4 as well. First off, I will let because we got a doubleheader coming up this week, so we'll be able to really show, I think, a little bit more what we have to offer. Villains, I'll give you that slight edge over the Bees at number 3. TJ can win games. They have a great offensive line, a lot of size, and they're a good team.
All facts. Number 2, I'm going to go with Spartans. I'm not putting them in number 1.
This one had me curious. I didn't know what you were going to do on this one, Mr. Blaze.
Don't get me wrong, man. Like, Spartans had a good weekend. That offense put up a total of 70 points in 2 games. That's 35 points per game on average. X-Dogs, though, they're still the top dog in this league until they are beaten.
So
and currently only 2 teams have ever beaten the X-Dogs on that field, Immortals and TBT. In the case of Immortals, they got their revenge.
See, I can honestly say for the first time, I actually contemplated if the Spartans did enough to jump the X-Dogs. It was only a moment thought, but no, I'm leaving them at number 2 because I am going to be excited to see that matchup when it finally happens. Oh man, that is going to be one to watch.
We're looking forward to it, but let's look forward to the games this week. I'm going to run through the schedule because I got to rush. Outlaws, Bees. I'm not going to let you pick. I got Bees just because. Second game, Bees, Venom. I got Bees again, especially
Yes.
if no matter if it's Lurie, Tay, or Houston. I got Bees. I think there's too much talent for that team to lose. Third game of the day, Villains and Venom. I already said it. Villains. Keep who you got.
I got Villains myself.
And in the game of the week, Villains and X Dogs, number 1 versus number 3.
Rough. It's X Dogs, brother.
Matt Eisenberg in the regular season, you never know what you're going to get. I got the Villains pulling it off.
Whoa. All right, we're gonna put a
coming back.
We're gonna put a mental note down here on that one. Joey Blaze calling the upset Villains over X Dogs.
I just know things.
You just know things.
I just know things. What can we say?
Time will tell.
We'll see you this Saturday. Good night, everybody.